Donald Trump, do you think a businessman like Trump has a chance to be president? Do you think he has any shot at all? Do you think this is real?
No, just because no one would work with him. Like, Republicans and Democrats would be babies, and they would pout because they're, like, bought and owned. And it's like, how come this guy's free and gets to say whatever he wants? I mean, I don't know. I've enjoyed the hell out of him, just all the stuff the guy's been saying. I hope more politicians are at least say what they're thinking.
Right.
I love when they were going like, yeah, you said all this sexist stuff about women. You said this about women. You said that about women. You said this. And he goes, no, I said that about Rosie O'Donnell. And then they laughed, and then they're like, no, you said it about other women, too. And he goes, yeah, you're probably right. And then it was just over. That's all you got to do is just admit, yeah, that's what I do, you know? Every once in a while, I have a couple shots of bourbon. I go off on the broads. And then, you know, I get back down to business.
It is true. It is crazy. Like, so many people spend all their time in the media apologizing and explaining, and if people that just say, that's what I did, they seem to get away with it.
Yeah, that's what you do. I think comics should do that. When people get, like, annoyed and they go into your Twitter account from 10 years ago, and they're like, oh, you said this about, you know, whatever, Saved by the Bell in 1988. I want an apology. It's like, all right, well, get in a time machine and talk to me back then.
Yeah. So you think politicians should let their human side come out?
Yeah, absolutely. I absolutely do. But I mean, I don't think it matters who's president. I'm one of those people. I don't think it does.
You don't
think it matters. Doesn't.
Doesn't matter at all.
Dude, Hillary Clinton goes to those Bilderberg meetings. That's like the Illuminati stuff, right? She probably hooked up with some guy wearing like a goat's head, and then she goes out on TV and she's talking to people who drive snowplows, like she can relate to them. That's why I like Republicans better than Democrats, because I know they don't like me. I know that they don't want me in their neighborhood. They're pushing people with wheelchairs down the stairs. Get out of here! God made this for me. All of you, beat it.
So they're being honest, you think?
No, I mean, I don't think any of them are honest. Like, look, I'll say this, though. Like, just the stuff that they focus on. You know what I mean? There's a guy from Nestle that doesn't think water is a human right. I mean, that guy should be hunted down and shot. Yeah. Right? And they're going to sit and just talk about all the, I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, we got to get America back to work.
It's like, dude, this guy wants to own the rain. Can we do something about this guy? He was at Nestle. You're supposed to be happy, like making cocoa for people. And this guy's like going, well, people are running out of water. What if we owned all the water and we kept it under our place? And in the future, when everybody's... That's how you picture the guy talking. I want to own the water. I want to have it underneath my house. And just, I'll come to the door in a robe, slightly ajar. Right? Just a complete animal.
A lot of celebrities got involved in this election.
Yeah, that was hilarious to me. Like, that they thought that I was going to change my vote because somebody from 8 Ways to Talk to Your Mother goes, oh, yeah, you know, I'm kind of liking Bernie Sanders. It's just like, who are you? You're an actor. Why would I listen to you?
Yeah. That's a big phenomenon in our culture, though. Celebrities coming out and saying, you know, this is who we think you should vote for. And it feels like it's kind of becoming apparent that maybe people don't...
I think it hurts the candidate.
Oh, you think it hurts them?
I think it hurts them to sit there and... I just thought out here people got they're really smug and talk down to flyover states like they're a bunch of morons. Right. And I don't think I think it goes back to the candidate. I don't think you're helping them. I don't think anybody who's any sort of intelligent person, you know, decides who they're going to vote for because the guy who pretended to be a shogun, you know, in some movie told you to do it. We're talking about who should lead the free world.
Some of the strangest celebrity references I've ever heard.
Well, I watch sports. I always flip through and I see, you know, people with swords, and I'm like, all right, that's in now, right? I don't watch it.
Okay. That's probably why it's not working on you. I mentioned earlier...
I watch sports.
Yeah.
And the thing that concerned me the most in sports was I watched Cleveland play a home game in November, and it was 71 degrees out, and the pitchers were sweating and all that. No, that's not a good thing, people. This is the golden age of global warming. So take it in, stick your arm out the window before the hellfires come.
Always nice to cheer up the crowd. You know, Bill...
I should have canceled. This is like the weirdest day ever. You should have moved the show to Kentucky.
No, I like you here. I like you here because we're talking about stuff.
Okay.
You always have an interesting take on what's happening in the world. First question, everyone talking about voter turnout. Did you vote yesterday?
Yes, I did.
You did. Good for you.
Yes, I did.
Got to vote.
Yes, I did. I can't quite remember who I voted for president. It wasn't Trump or Hillary, though. I didn't like either one of them.
Really? You didn't like either one?
No, I didn't. I couldn't stand her. She dresses like a real estate agent, like her doing this thing with her head.
Yeah.
The other guy's saying, take people's coats.
Yeah.
They just didn't offer anything for me.
Yeah, so they didn't appeal to you.
No, they didn't. And I don't understand why everybody's so upset.
Yeah.
You know, like, what's going to happen to you? If you liked Obama, did he call you at all in the last 8 years? Did he ever put a sandwich on your table? You do that. You're going to keep doing that. You're going to be fine.
Right.
Everybody's like, what's he going to... Oh, my God. Dude, I have to say, though, him winning is the most astounding thing I've ever seen.
It was a surprise.
No. Surprise. Dude, like, you're talking like Lake Placid, the Olympics, when we beat the Russian, buries that. Kurt Gibson's home run is a joke.
Right.
The Giants beating the undefeated Patriots, that's all a joke. Dude, the star of a reality show is going to run the country. The guy who decided if Brett Michaels or Cyndi Lauper would make a better CEO for a company that doesn't exist is going to be running stuff. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
He was the shit, though. He was like, he just reminded me like when I didn't read the book and I'm just like, just winging it, you know? I'm gonna do it. How you gonna do that? Oh, you'll see. You'll see. It worked. Dude, he is the greatest shit talker of all time. He sat at like a $100,000 breakfast while the president trashed him. Humiliated.
This is a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I'm jumping around.
White House Correspondents' Dinner, yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for giving it structure.
Yeah.
Humiliated the guy.
Right.
My wife would love you. You should sit next to me during brunch. She never knows what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Sits there, the guy totally trashes him. He's absolutely humiliated. And within like 2-3 years, he had that guy's job.
Right.
So you could never talk shit to him. Going, hey, Donald, you know, one time I was in a bar and this guy came in, oh, really? One time I was sitting, I paid $100,000 for breakfast. The President Trump, what the hell's his name? Barack?
Obama.
Yeah, Obama.
Yeah. I'm giving you structure now.
Yeah,
President Obama.
He trashed me. 2 years later, I had a f***ing job. I kicked him out of his house.
Yeah.
Out of his house.
Well, how did you think the night would go?
I thought Hillary was going to kill him.
Yeah.
I totally did. I was sitting there going like, you know, I thought he was going to do okay, but then it was unbelievable. It's like one of those things like you're watching a game and you don't care who wins. You know what I mean? You just, I'm just hoping it's going to be a good game. And then all of a sudden, you know, one team's up by like 30, you're thinking, and he just came in and I don't know, the Statue of Liberty. I don't know how he did it. It's astounding.
Are you worried about him at all being in office? Do you think, does it concern you?
I don't know. I feel like the president, you only see him like once every 3 weeks. You know? It'd be like if you were dating a chick and if she was a jerk, but you only saw her once every 3 weeks. There's like no way she could break your heart, you know?
What?
No, it's you gotta see people they're day to day.
Yeah? Well, what do you think his presidency is going to be like? You know, a forecast for us. What's it going to be like?
I have no idea. I have no idea. All I know is the other one used to go to those Bilderberg meetings, you know, where they'll dress up like yaks and have those eyes wide shut parties. So I didn't know what she was going to do.
Wait, Hillary Clinton?
Oh, yeah.
What are you talking about?
That meeting they have underneath the mountain.
What are you talking? I brought you out here to bring perspective and knowledge at a painful time, and this is madness.
I don't
have she dresses like a yak and meets under a mountain.
What do you want me to say? Like this whole thing, none of it made sense. Like this guy saying he's going to build a wall from California to like El Paso, Texas. Like, dude, I've done that drive. That's like a 2-day drive, 85 miles an hour. Like, like you're going to build a wall. You're really going to do this. Like, how much is this going to cost? How many times you going to go to Home Depot? Like, how big is this thing going to be? Look how long it took to build the Freedom Tower, and we wanted that. That took 15 years. Dude, by the time they build that thing, we're going to be the ones going over it. It's not going to happen. No, I'm not like, you know.
Well, how could the polls be so wrong? That's a big question everyone's asking today. Is the polls all said, oh, Hillary, 95% chance, 85% chance. How could that have gone so wrong?
Because I don't think that they talk to people. I think they just hang out in their conference room and be like, yeah, you feeling what I'm feeling? Yeah, let's go with 47%. When did they do it? No one has ever asked me And I also think if you're any sort of a normal person, if just somebody came walking up to you with a clipboard, like, hey, who are you voting for president? You'd be like, hey, none of your f***ing business. And you just walk away. So basically what you're getting is you're getting people either so stupid or just with so much free time that they would sit there and they would talk to somebody with a clipboard. I would never do that.
And they would probably say whatever comes to mind, yeah.
Right, yeah.
You don't have to tell the truth.
Exactly.
Fascinating stuff. We're going to take a break. Much more with Bill Burr. Stick around. You watched the inauguration?
No, my wife was giving birth, so I was kind of watching it. And,
wait, she's giving birth and you're half watching the inauguration?
She was in labor.
Okay.
She was in labor, so, you know, I'm, hey, you can do it, you can do it. And then he was yelling, so I was had to you know, I got to know what's going on so I can keep making a living. So
American carnage.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't get the guy. He literally trashed everybody. He did like the Elliot Ness speech in The Untouchables. The only thing he was missing was like a 2x4, and he was trashing everybody with red and blue ties. So it actually made me relax, going like, well, nobody's going to work with this guy, so he'll be fine. But now he's doing this stuff to Muslims, and then I didn't know you could do that as a president. Like, just I'm doing this, and then you're doing it. I just... You remember that?
You thought the Congress would be involved?
Yeah, I'm just a bill.
Yeah, right.
I thought you had to go through that whole...
Yes!
And then it's off to the something else, something else. Yeah, I thought it was going to be like that.
I think there was another cartoon called I'm an Executive Order. I just show up anytime. Bam, 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 bam. You know, I mean, I think.
Yeah, it's a very... it's been unsettling so far, you know?
What did you think of Hillary Clinton at the inauguration? I thought that was... For her to show up at that inauguration, it's the second time that...
And she started crying a little bit again. I don't know, man. I don't know. I get sick of people making excuses for her. She blew it. See that? Nobody thinks that. She blew it. Look, you lost to a guy who said 3 things a week that would torpedo anybody else's campaign. How do you do that? That's like you're playing a football game, the other team throws 20 interceptions, and you still figure out how to blow it. At what point do you take responsibility? They try to say, they would be like, oh, it was a bunch of, I love the racist white guy thing. A bunch of racist white guys. They came out of the forest, and they were just going, Trump, Trump, Trump. It's like, where were all these racist white guys the last 2 elections when they could have voted against a black guy? They were fine. Oh, I don't mind the black guy, but this white lady, we got to stop her. She's going to take her 4-wheelers, Macuzzi.
So, okay, so not a lot of sympathy there for Hillary Clinton.
No. You blew it. You blew it. You put the wrong team around you. You didn't generate enough excitement to beat this guy who, I mean, it was unbelievable. The stuff that he was just tripping over one coffee table after another, and somehow you just couldn't get out in front of this guy.